What's happening? What's happening? Alright, we back on this 4-star league. Sitting at number 5, 6-2, 4-0 in the conference. Trying to keep the streak going. 5-game winning streak. After winning our first game, dropping 2 user games. So, back at it. Let's check things out before we get rolling versus Purdue. Right now we're projected at number 6 in the playoffs. But you know, all this is liquid right now because we still ain't got to the conference championships. Still got 4 games left in the regular season. So it's still a long ways to go. And I got a huge game coming up versus Oregon, number 1 in the country, also number 1 in my conference and number 1 in my division. So yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Looking at our conference standings, they got the one up on me since they 7-1. So yeah, we got work to do. Get prepared for them. Heisman watch. Big Mike, my cousin, killing shit with Nick Harbor. Going crazy. Ja, his little glitchy wide receiver. My defensive end, I think I got 18.5 sacks, like 14 tackles for loss, and a pick 6. It's crazy because he's not even rated. He's a true freshman, not even rated as my best defensive end. Because you know I got Pierce, but everybody's trying to run away from him and running straight into my freshman killing shit. You got Shador. So that's where we at with that. Looking at awards so far though, shit looking good. Fucking league going crazy. Player of the year. I'm crazy. I got a defensive end number 4 for. They should show stats though. Not showing stats when you got these categories up is crazy. We should know why they're in consideration for these awards. They should show their stats for the whole year. That'll make things better. Quarterback of the year. Defensive player of the year, which is crazy. He's got some dogs out here. Mike going crazy with South Carolina. Defensive back of the year. Khalil, man. I know all his players got like at least 5 picks each. Crazy. But again, Mike going crazy. Running back of the year. And it's crazy because I got more rushing yards, more rushing touchdowns. All of his shit is purely off of receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns. But because this position is technically a running back, he's stunting. And then he get all his rushing yards with Martinez. But all of his passing yards, all his receptions come from Chris Johnson Jr., his number 1 receiver, coming out of the backfield. I think he got him playing at the slot, so just smart because he's fast and he got like platinum takeoff. Receiver of the year, of course. Defensive lineman of the year, good boy. Defensive end of the year, so far so good. Like I said, James Pierce supposed to be my superstar, 95 overall, captain, but nobody's going his direction. They keep chipping him, double teaming him, so he getting all the credit over here, which is cool for me because maybe James Pierce come back next year and then I'll be dominant again. Pipe drink. Pause. Tight end. Nobody's going crazy with it. Playing with theirs as much as Khalil and Texas A&M. linebacker, that's center, way up there. Then I got my man, Squirrel, kick returner, punt returner. I think he got maybe 4 touchdowns overall, 1 kick return, 3 punt returns if I'm not mistaken. So, killing shit, going crazy. But yeah, that's where we at with that. Recruiting right now. Khalil got 15 recruits, 14 4-stars, and 1 5-star. I got 12, 5 5-stars, 6 4-stars. So we're doing some damage. We're doing some work. 6 4-stars. Oh, so we're doing some damage. We're doing some work. 6 4-stars. So get my audio right. But yeah, yeah, man. So I'm just trying to get speed at every position for real. I got strong safety, 94 speed, 93 acceleration, play recognition at 75. So we looking good there. Got a run stopper. I think he's a defensive end. Looking at his 6'3", 243. Pretty sure he's a defensive end. So that's cool. Might be a linebacker. Looking at his abilities, I think he might be a linebacker. Halfback, 88 speed, 92 acceleration, change of direction, 86. That's cool. Another running back, 87 speed, 91 acceleration. Left outside linebacker, speed, 85. Quick jump on goal, like that. 87 speed, another linebacker. Play recognition at 72. I like that. Middle linebacker, 90 speed. I love that. 91 acceleration. Change of direction, 76. Play recognition, 72. Could be a little higher, but that's dope. Cornerback, 96 speed. So yeah, just trying to get speed at every level. Another corner with 96 speed. Wide receiver, 90 speed, 5'7". So I got a plan for him. I'm gonna redshirt him, or I might just jet sweep him to death for a year and then move him to tailback and see how crazy he can go for me there. But yeah, try to get speed everywhere, man. Go. But yeah, but let's get into it. Purdue. About to bust that motherfucking head. What are we doing? White. Go all black. Smoke gray. Let's mix and match. Yeah, let's rock that for the day. Or not. Let's get after it. Let's get after it.
Welcome to Ross-Age Stadium, home to the Purdue.
I be playing in so many different leagues that I got vendettas against teams and shit. In my 3-star league,
What a game and what potential
my
drama
homie
we have in
Jamal
store. You've seen this script before. Top
caught
10
me
team
lacking,
goes into a
beat the shit out of me
cauldron
with
of
his
emotion on the
Purdue
road.
squad
We
against
just
my
want to
SMU
be able to
squad,
get
so
out and tell about it.
I'm about to take it on these niggas. Same way I took shit out on Minnesota. I'm about to try to kill these niggas. Ooh, they looking kind of icy.
For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse
Looking
Palmer.
kind of
Guys, let's tee this one
icy.
up. And the Volunteers will put total leather and will get started. He thought about bringing that out.
Come on out, nigga. Stop being a hoe.
They'll bring it to the 25. So the Purdue Boilmakers offense takes the field for the first time today. And here's the band they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Pass interference, defense.
They'll never call no fucking pass interference on the other side.
Held, and the offense will take
Fuck
the
out of
penalty.
here.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done.
Oh, he got scared.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Give to the back. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Makes him talk to the hand. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Carr.
Don't do that.
And they got him for the sack. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. He's looking downfield to throw. Soft spot in the middle. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
The Boilmakers have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. And the defense, got him at the 27.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are
I give him all time, throw me a pick.
Fires to the right. And they fail to hook up on third
They
down.
dropped that shit.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Smashes it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Now on first down from the 30. Red pass, it's complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing in this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having a pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
A defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. The Vols are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Past the 30. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air. It's Iamaleava. And he's got it. Touchdown, Volunteers.
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
That's just not the start you're expecting to see from this guy. Obviously, it's a big game. There's a lot of pressure. The crowd is loud. But we've seen 2 drops in the first quarter from this guy. He's got to crank it up.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On the return, it's White. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. It's a reverse. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback will audible. The toss to the right. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Shakes off a tackle. He's off to the races. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Vols! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to ULM. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wants to throw. It's Card. Throws to the wideout.
Shit.
Complete in the middle. And And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Hey, nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback putting it right on his guy.
He's got it.
That's like carving me up in
And
the
he
middle.
almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Boilermakers will hustle to the line.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance. And I mean, you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. It'll be a draw.
I'm the worst striper of all time. I'm a fucking Superman diving ass nigga.
They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown.
Got it.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! What a grab and go for the score. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Tennessee, 14. Purdue, 10.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Sampson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
So we too icy not to blow these niggas out.
Offense on the field. If you like old-fashioned, grinded up, run over a football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
They kept running to the left, god damn it.
Are they going to get way more aggressive?
Kept running to the motherfucking left.
Something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the air. It's Iamaleava.
Got
Fires to the
him.
wideout.
Come on,
that one had
cuz.
some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
How you drop down? That's crazy.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Safe completion on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a film session.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Caught in the backfield, it's Sampson. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
On the screen.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to's not open, just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the pass.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the 1st down.
Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, this guy has got a lot of speed. They've got to try to be thoughtful in how they get him the football. They're going to throw it to him in this game, but how about using the jet sweep, getting him out to the outside, into the open field, and he shows you the burners.
Oh.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss.
I thought I was running the fake.
So easy when you're a defensive player. You watch a little misdirection of the ball go one way to turn and to run. That's not my job. My job is to stay home. The defensive did a good job of that. Defense stayed home, made the play.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Makes his connection. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tennessee. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
This time he's got it. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
To the air, it's Card. Got his man in the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Got a man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Getting some heat. And the freshman will chalk
And that's
up
how
a
I get
sack.
all my sacks with him. Yes, sir.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires one high and deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Boilermakers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And the entire playbook is wide open on second and short like this. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. Crosses the 45. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Nice, solid form tackle from the sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion.
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. The completion well past the sticks. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick, He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. And you saw that there on the incompletion.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Quarterback checking off. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Hard-hitting tackle.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 20 over UMass. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Finds his target down the middle, and they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Scanning the field, it's Carr. Finds his big tight end.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And the Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry-up. He's going to pass on 2nd down. The freshman able to get home with the sack. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Gets it out quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense
I'm gonna
has
get a
really
half a
been
ball
moving
this
the
touchdown.
football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead.
Maybe 1.5
Now
balls.
Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. They'll put the tight end in motion. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. They
Oh,
stop
these
it short
motherfuckers.
of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
He's going to pass. He makes the connection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
A quick tackle made, and he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Into the end zone, and he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. To the air, it's Card. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Fires to the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Off play action. Lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far.
Oh, you motherfucker. I can get this playoff anytime with 4th and 1.
Offense heads back out to the field.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Looking for room. It's McCoby. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He leaves it with his back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Dropping back, it's Card. Touchdown, Purdue! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden
Take the bullshit ass play.
He'll try to tack on one more.
This nigga scoring at the last minute.
And they make the extra point to draw closer.
Trying to make the ass whooping look unass whooping the shit.
Check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UAB is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Roddy White should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 11 to UConn. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I'm going to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver.
Oh,
He was fortunate not to
man.
lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
These motherfuckers stress me out. He didn't even, he bounced off the fucking nigga he's supposed to be blocking.
They want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
And the Vols pick up the 1st down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been...
Got him.
And
Let's
he'll
go.
move it in inside the 20. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Vols. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Ready to try the point after. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw its card. Pocket starts to collapse. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Boilermakers are in the hurry-up. On third down, going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Yep.
Fires into traffic,
No.
and it's picked off.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. At the 35, he's open. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space,
my name
watch out.
murdered
You
out
see
here.
when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Volunteers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the route is on. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. And this defense is just getting squeezed by the Big Orange, and he's cutting him up like Peyton Manning.
Man, no answers. I mean, he's really had his way. They haven't made him feel uncomfortable. If I'm a Vols fan, I'm jacked up that I got this guy at quarterback because he's showing he can put up some big numbers.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, Dave.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
They come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. On second down, wants to throw. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Feeling some heat.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. On the return, it's White. He's got great speed. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Second down after that incompletion. Quick pass on the jet motion. On his feet at the 40. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava extending the play. Lets it fly. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked. The coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
And he muffs it. It's loose. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Trying to find his man on first down. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Try to be greedy.
A ton of credit. They obviously had
Threw a
their
pick and
guys
left the
ready
kick
to
because of
play
it.
and motivated right from the opening kick. All
Go
three
fuck
phases
them,
we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
We was icy.
It's
We
really
got the
fun to do
dub.
this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
My defensive coordinator got firm handshake 2, elite recruiting. My offensive coordinator got firm handshake 2, elite recruiter. So with me, I'm trying to max out my motivator and my tactician so I can get my on-field boost and my off-season workout boost, because the recruiting is going to take care of itself. So that's the plan. Appreciate y'all for watching. Yeah, man. Till next time, y'all be easy.